Hey skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2025 ski test. We've got a Salomon Stance 102 for you. This ski is a carryover model from last year. I think it kind of set the tone for where the graphics were headed. The narrower versions, the 96, 90, and 84, all kind of follow this more colorful pattern, which we think is a good idea. These Stance skis kind of go unheralded, and whether it's graphics or otherwise, this Stance 102 certainly stands apart from a looks perspective. It also is kind of an anomaly in the shaping perspective as well. But we'll start with the build. Built with a blend of poplar and caruba in the wood core. This ski got updated last year, and it follows through to this year for sure. 2 sheets of metal in this ski, full sheet on the bottom. Upper laminate here is a twin frame where 2 rectangles are carved out of the top, and they put in their carbon and basalt fibers in order to stiffen the ski. So they can really play with the torsional stiffness of the ski with milled out slits in that upper sheet, as well as that rectangular pattern. And then you get nice pop and energy out of the tail. These aren't the stiffest skis in the world, but they do have excellent energy and rebound, kind of a thinner core profile than what we see in some heavier skis, and that's kind of to blame there. But in this 183 and 102 underfoot, we're just over 2,000 grams at about 2030. So definitely getting up there in terms of weight, and you see it in the resulting stability and smoothness. But most of that stuff comes from the shape and the profile, which is where this Stance 102 is a very interesting ski. Just a lot flatter of a profile overall than a lot of other skis that we see. You could say that it is more traditional because it's not super rockered, but because it's kind of bucking the trend of those, it actually seems like this is the more modern and new school way. But we get that nice positive camber underfoot, slightly longer tip rocker, but not a whole lot of bend. In the narrower stances, we see shorter rocker, more bend, so we get a similar amount of splay, but the 102 is much smoother in its curve. And then that goes for the tail as well. If you kind of decompress, the rocker does start well down here, but it never really gets to a dramatic style. If you don't decamber, there's almost no splay. So very traditional feel coming out of the tail of the ski. And that relates to the turn shape. So another thing that stands out here is the 23-meter turn radius. So really straight cut with that long rocker, or with that long cambered shape. You do get that longer turn radius. So it allows the skier to either open it up and run any type of edge angle, and it won't cut cleanly across the hill. It won't feel hooky or grabby at all. It just feels smooth and direct and powerful. One of my favorite things about this ski. And then because it's so long and it doesn't want to hook, you also are able to throw it sideways pretty easily. And there aren't too many skis that are 2 sheets of metal at over 2,000 grams that you can throw sideways really easily. This is one of them. So being able to combine that longer arc with the ski's ability to slash and smear, I think is pretty unique in this Stance 102, and definitely makes it stand out within Stance line, but also most skis in this 102 range as a whole. Pretty unique, cool ski. We skied it in Alta last year and had an absolute blast. Really kind of lined up with the more open terrain and allowing the ski to run. If you don't have fresh snow, that's another thing that really makes this thing stand out. Is anything chunky or choppy or windblown, Stance 102 goes right through it. Super fun ski. Make sure you check this thing out here at SkiEssentials.com, and we'll see you out there on the hill. Bye.